Do you know someone who is suicidal? Suicide is an act in which someone intentionally causes their own life to end. It most commonly occurs during a time of despair or great distress. There can be many different factors that might lead someone to attempt suicide, including their beliefs, their situation, and their mental and physical health. In the UK, roughly 5,000 to 6,000 people end their lives prematurely each year, although 10 times this number will attempt suicide. It can be difficult for people who have not experienced depression or chronic pain and illness to understand how someone could be compelled to end their life. Due to its association with tragedy and loss of life, it is a conversational topic that is often avoided in Western culture. However, a wider awareness and understanding of suicide and the factors associated with those at risk could lead to the conversation that could save someone's life. Some of the common risk factors include a mental health condition. 90% of people who commit suicide have a mental health issue of some kind. 50% are thought to have major depressive disorder. Other common mental health problems include bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and PTSD. Drug and alcohol misuse. This is the second most common risk factor. An individual with a substance addiction is roughly 6 times more likely to attempt suicide in their lifetime than someone without. Most suicide attempts are carried out whilst under the influence of depressants such as alcohol, most commonly spirits. Poverty and social problems often play a core part in provoking suicidal feelings. People who find themselves socially isolated, underemployed, trapped, abused, or discriminated against are more likely to contemplate suicide. Financial issues such as debt and problem gambling are also linked with higher rates of suicide. Suicide is also associated with medical conditions such as chronic pain and terminal or degenerative illness. The risk of suicide is approximately doubled when someone is diagnosed with cancer. Other motives for suicide include loss of property, ability, or freedom, and personal grief such as bereavement or guilt. 80% of completed suicides are by males. Suicides peak at ages 20 to 30, and again in people aged 40 to 50. A relatively small proportion of people take their own lives without giving people around them some hint to their state of mind. Most suicidal people don't particularly want to die, but want to end their suffering, and cannot see another way out. The urge to kill oneself is often a temporary state of mind, and if timely help and support is available to people who are feeling suicidal, the risk of them choosing to end their life can be reduced dramatically. Early warning signs may include talking about their own death and about killing or harming themselves, seeking out means of killing themselves, be it acquiring weapons, drugs, or other items that could be used in a suicide attempt, expressing hopelessness and feelings of worthlessness, or showing a belief that things will not get better, withdrawing from friends and family and desiring to be left alone. A suicide attempt may be preceded with signs of low impulse control, taking unnecessary risks, and an increase in self-destructive behavior, such as alcohol and drug use or dangerous driving. A sudden calmness following a bout of depression can signify that the person may have already decided to attempt suicide. If you think someone you know is suicidal, there are a number of things you can do that could potentially save their life. Ask them directly if they have been considering suicide. Let the person know that they are not alone and that you care about them. Listen to what they have to say and do not judge them or try to make them feel guilty about the effect their suicide would have. Reassure them that there is hope of things getting better. Do not try and come up with solutions to their problems, simply listen to them and support them while they access appropriate professional help. If it seems likely that they will try to harm themselves, do not leave them alone. Do everything you can to make sure they get the professional help they need. Help them to contact their general practitioner, who can arrange a referral to the mental health services, or crisis teams if necessary. If their GP isn't immediately available, call Samaritans on 08457 90 90 90. In an emergency, the local A&E department may be contacted. If you would like more information or to talk to someone right away, please use the telephone number provided on the safety net. Alternatively, you can send us an email using the online help form at the bottom of the page.